Hello, I'd like to show today in my custom folder in the actors, characters, Metahuman, right? All the normal things. You just grab one that looks. You can grab any one, but I'm going to grab a female short underwear. Was it female short underwear body because that's the same body shape as the person that I am showing as an example. Even though it doesn't matter, it will transfer to anyone. But it's more in relation if you did a tall person. Okay, opening up a normal 5.1. This is the one I used before, where I have the girl done as the third person 5.1. Now you can either drop down a new person, or it can be her. I'll do both. Click on bridge, sorry. Into my local, into my metahumans, and just to be fair to things, I shall grab this lovely man. Grab this dude. Okay, so we'll bring him over. Shiva. Actually, looks like a friend of mine from Sri Lanka that I miss. That's why I sort of made him. That's a good thing about metahumans. You can make them look like yourself or people that you used to know or similar things. And I will be working out how to do face scans onto metahumans, as well as doing the mesh morphs, so that I can start to make the metahumans into any person I want them to be. And you can make up, so while this is loading, open up right now. Actually, that's the wrong one. So he is, I have to see what he is actually, but he'd be a male, right? So make him male, medium overweight body maybe, right? Now I'll right click and just give him a just for the test, we'll go over to animations and give him persona, give him male, and let him be doing a dance, grooving about. Now if you transfer this via on live link, then I'm going to bring this down just because it doesn't matter the size of the file, although you wouldn't want to do one over 5,000. So that's about there. Control C, go into there, Control V, enter. That makes the complete file that length. Okay, so if you use live link, that'll actually convert it into a CCV file that will. How's this going? Okay, import, because I'm bringing in a second person, so I'll have to give the name. Shavaf, import. Okay, that's done. So there's someone new in there as well. Go to the content, metahumans, Shavaf, and I'll just take his LOD down, because it's always better putting on one. It doesn't blow out everything. So with him there. Now go back to Iclone. That is motion. So we're going to go up to File, Export FBX. Coming over here, leave it as Unreal. Range, it is with theirs. Hit Export. I got a folder that I use, so call it Shavaf Dance. Hit Export or Enter. Converts the data. Once that's finished, go back to Unreal and any folder you want to make, but I'm just going to hit Import and find that folder that you've made, which is there, which is Unreal Imports, and Shavaf Dance. Find the FBX of it, or the 3D object of it, and double click that. and unclick the import mesh button. Click this one and go down to your one that says what you're doing, right? So the Metahuman base skeleton there, and choose that one. And actually I left that last time the same. Okay, hit import. And that's why I did a short one, because they do take a little while. I have tried to do ones up to 5 minutes, and I've spent 2 or 3 hours transferring them over, and in the end they won't save inside the engine, they're too big. So it's better to keep it down to, you know, like the 2000 frames that Iclone is. That's a good length, and then join them all in a animation sequence. So the important part is, in Iclone, if you use a metahuman, right, you've got the use of his whole body. Right? I haven't worked out the face yet, but you've got the use of the whole body. So do the animation on this mannequin, save out as a like I said, file, save out, export FBX, and you know, just take the motion, anything they've done. And then when you're bringing it into here, you're telling it as well, so it's done in the right body skeleton, and then you're bringing it into UnrealEngine and you're telling it to do it in the right, you're converting it to the right skeletal bone mesh, which is what this importation is doing. That's actually transferring it and properly making it all. And that's the important part about transfer, is that you have the same skeleton no matter what you're transferring, whether it's clothes, whether it's animation, whether it's you know, a prop that's connected to them. It doesn't matter. Everything will pretty well work as long as you have the same skeleton inside, and you can work out a way that the, you know, that what that, yeah. So like I say, going from CC4 into and transferring anything into here is about keeping up the same skeletons. And whereas if you take it straight from Iclone in a normal transfer, then it's converting it to a CC4 skeleton, thinking that you're, you know, sending in its people. But we don't want that. We want to have the original metahuman that you get off the metahuman site, and then use every single animation that you have in Iclone on them. So you don't have to bother with live linking, and you know, or you know, what's nice is you can set up a whole scenario where you've, you know, built a whole scene, and then instead of live linking it to there, I mean, you can do that if you want to sort of like reference it in the scene, and live link, make them walk around. But don't transfer the animation if you want to have it working properly inside of there. You know, because if you want to do motion pictures with it and do film with it, then you don't need to have the confusion of live link and trying to push play. And that's what made me think of this. I was trying to, in Sequencer, I had the metahuman running on the iPhone, all talking, and then I wanted to animate the body. And I thought, what is going to, it's draining, you know, like I'm trying to run Iclone 8, push play of the person doing all that business. At the same time, you've got to sequence it in. I thought, that's rubbish. There's got to be a way. And then I thought about it and realized that if I recorded the animation in a metahuman skeleton, which we've got the folder of, then surely it's the same if I transfer it out as an FBX. It is the same. And it worked. I tried it out this morning. I went to bed last night thinking there's got to be a solution to that, because running Iclone 8 at the same time as trying to run the sequencer in UnrealEngine is a joke. You know, it's them trying to stay in the game, I guess. Whereas you do this little bit of time and space, and you've got this motion, and it's transferable, as I'll hopefully show. I'll bring in the other metahuman. That's the girl that I have running as a third person, and that way you could actually set it up in the blueprint of the third person as a animation she suddenly does, right? So say you got the person to sit down, or you got the, this one here is a dance, right? Now if I made Giraffe the third person, then I could set up this little animation of a dance as an animation he goes to. Okay, once that's connected there, it's a matter of Giraffe. We go to his body, go to asset, go to there, and we find the dance. Giraffe. Is it that one? Nope. Giraffe. Dance. And simulate. Now the shoulders are perfect, right? But it's still very good, right? Grooving, my friend. Groovy. Alright, so there's your Metahuman animated from the start with anything that you've got in ICONE. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that and have lots of fun. Please like and comment and subscribe. And if anything, and like I say, the next thing is going into where you've actually got the person, and where are you, my friend? There you are. See, now what I want to show as well is just a little teaser, right? And I will open up my live link face, and then it's just a matter of, now if I connected my iPhone up, which I haven't changed the IP address and stuff like that, but if I connected up my iPhone to there and there, and you can, so you can change down here to be your ARKit face coming from your iPhone, the live link body subject, that can either come from iClone, and that's what was happening, and it was, like I say, running two programs. So getting the animation in, you can still now run the face with facial animation. Sorry. Next stage is get in the facial animation that comes out of iClone, like a conversation and all the facial stuff that we do, into the same thing, into an FBX that comes in, and run it into, because what it's a matter of, the brilliance with Metahumans is you've got different animations, and so we've got the facial animation working here right now, whereas if we bring in our own facial animation, we can then change here to what we want. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that, and thank you very much.